Shalawam. I'm your brother Yahawah from the branch of GMS, South Carolina Midlands. And before we start off, all praise, honor, and glory belongs to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, HaQadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. And Shalawam to you, hopeful elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalawam. Alright, we're here. Just another M.O.T.B update. You know, I was watching this brother subscribe to the page, the YouTube handle, Saints of Jersey 2. Alright, I know it's two brothers that upload to this page. Subscribe to these brothers and be edified. You know, he was playing this video on his lesson, you know, and I you know, advise any brother and sister to watch this video. Very informative, very exhorting. All right, a lot of edification within this video. I actually was listening to this at the plantation earlier today, and you know, I was hyped. You know, just hearing the news. You know, as I'll let this video play. You know, this is a transit. I'll let this video play. You know, pertaining to digital ID. You know, in the UK. You know, to combat immigration. We know that over here in America, Babylon the Great in the States. You know, what's Trump whole MO trying to battle against immigration and crime? So we know that America, you know, they're gonna take the same form, you know, of digital ID. All right, ultimately, the new form of buying and selling, you know, the RFID micro C-HIP. This is where it's all leading up to. Okay, not just here in America, but all across the world. All right, you know, these devils want to enforce that RFID micro C-HIP, the M.O.T.B, the Revelation 13 and 16 through 17. All right, you know, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, the Greek word charagma. All right, you know, which is a physical mark, incision, cutting in the flesh. All right, putting that RFID micro C-HIP underneath your skin. All right, by way of a hypodermic needle. All right, it corrects. You know, just like during the trial runs of the 2020, you know, you had to get that snake venom. All right, well, this time right here, you know, this devil wants to put the C-HIP technology, the RFID micro C-HIP inside you, man. All right, to really bring this new world order together for him. Okay, we know it's only going to get so far before Yahawashi ultimately destroys this devil and his kingdom. All right, seeing that the hopeful elect is going to overcome. You know, the Lord is going to keep them from taking that M.O.T.B. All right, pursuing back to Revelation 3 and 10. But I want to finish out. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, a charagma, in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark and the name of the beast, all right, and the number of his name. Okay, to roughly paraphrase it. All right, so we're boiling down to that point known as the hour of temptation. Okay, it surely is right around the corner. Okay, and I'm just do this real quick. I'm gonna make sure I quoted that correctly, and I'm not gonna read it. Just want to make sure real quick. The number of his name. All right, so yeah, to roughly paraphrase it. So we're in that time of the hour of temptation. Okay, we know that you know, that's one of the major prophecies that this devil has to enforce, you know, and push before you know, the destruction that's going to come to his kingdom, you know, and the great deliverance that's going to come to the hopeful elect. Lord will, we up that number. So I'm going to let this play. You know, like I said, I was at the plantation hyped, all right, excited, hearing this news, man, because as the brother, you know, if you watch this video and be edified by it, you know, prophecies are walking off the pages, man. And this is Yahawashi, you know, just showing that his words are faithful and true, man. All right, our faith in Yahawashi and his word is being confirmed, man. Okay, we here.
Because we've been hearing from senior members of the government in the last few days saying that they are supporting the idea of introducing them. Let's have a listen to the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary.
I'm determined to stop people making that crossing across the channel and to get people out of our hotels. And therefore I am looking at ID cards or digital ID, because we do need to look at the pull factors.
We have got to deal not just with disrupting the trade in people that is bringing people across the channel, but we've also got to deal with some of the reasons why they're getting in the boat in the first place, looking to come to the UK. And to our mind, digital ID has a role to play here.
So, Lucy, are you available?
You see, they're using the Trojan horse of immigration crises. You know, same here in the U.S. They're gonna use crime. All right, you know, from these immigrants. Okay, not knowing who's who. You know, the devil gonna have these false flags. It's gonna be the Trojan horse to usher this thing in, because we know how this devil gets down. His MO, order out of chaos. You know, this devil gonna have all types of false flags, events happen. All right, to where, you know, the people will be begging for some type of form of normacy, security, all right, protection, all right, and Esau gonna be presenting, you know, that RFID micro C-hip, man, okay, because he is about to collapse his dollar. You know, he's about to bring in that great reset, man. Okay, we here.
Absolutely not. I think it's a slippery slope, obviously, and I think, you know, to coat it in the narrative that is supposed to, you know, help with immigration and help with illegal immigration is just farcical. I think it's something that is being wrapped around as a narrative to try and get people who originally didn't like it to
Salakia for this commercial.
It's quite ironic. I remember maybe talking about this 2 or 3 years ago about, oh well, you can see the government doing this at some point, whether it's to do with net zero, whether it's to do with immigration. And many of us were accused of being conspiracy theorists for suggesting this. And here we are, where this is now on the table.
Islam's government is considering introducing digital ID, yes, digital ID, for every person in the United Kingdom because of, wait for it, illegal immigrants. Yes, the vanguard that they're going to use to bring in digital ID so that everything you ever do can all be centralised into one place owned by the government is the fact that people are getting on boats and coming across the channel. Now, there's always the option of...
So you see, you know, every person, man, in the UK will have to have a digital ID, and eventually it's going to be around the world. The wicked elite want to see hip everybody around the world, man. Okay, he ain't gonna stop at the UK. He ain't gonna stop in Babylon the Great. He ain't gonna stop at China. He gonna try to see hip the whole world. This is his plan, man. Okay, and how are we, the hopeful members of the elect, gonna get through this time? Through faith in Yahawashi. Okay, I'm gonna get one scripture. Like I said, this is Intransit. You know, I'm gonna jump off this phone. Okay. Lord was edifying to you, elect, and informative, and exhorting. We are here. All right. Isaiah 33:6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times." You having the understanding of this truth, the Holy Bible, the Scriptures, all right, through the Spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, is what's gonna keep you stable. Knowing what's happening. Okay, a lot of people about to enter into this time, a lot of Israelites about to enter into this time not knowing what the hell is happening. Okay, they're gonna be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, while us hopeful members of the elect, our faith is gonna be rooted in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and the prophecies, man. Okay, it's Sirach 39:1. All right, it tells us that we should be occupied in prophecy. Okay, so we know what's going on. We're in the know, and we see this devil coming with it. All right, the Lord already gave us the play before he even ran the play, man. Okay, and the Lord is going to be our protection, man. The Lord is going to be our salvation. Okay, it says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And we are pretty soon about to see the benefits of fearing Yahawashi. Okay, having faith in Yahawashi. Okay, because 2/3 they don't fear. The reason why they do the things they do, they speak the things they speak, they mock and scoff. All right, they continue to be abominable. All right, before the eyes of Yahawashi, but there's all gonna be consequences to that. And for us, presenting our bodies a living sacrifice and serving Yahawashi, fearing the Lord and having faith in the Lord, hey, there's a reward of salvation. So, Lord will, this is edifying and informative to you hopeful members of the elect. And with that, I say shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect.